Alright, this bucket right here was the final straw in my book. Yeah, I'm calling it. If Victor Wembanyama stays healthy and if things go in the right direction, he will definitely be the Rookie of the Year and one of the best players in the NBA in the future. To be 7'4", catching at the 3-point line, getting into a handle is crazy, but then being able to get low and smoothly cross up a solid defender in Andrew Wiggins is crazier. And it doesn't just stop there, as he uses the up fake to get Wiggins in the air, quickly straightens up to get into the jumper, which could have been an and one. Like everybody, let's be honest, what player 7 foot plus do we see moving like this with such fluidity? Not much longer, Wemby had this sequence that really shows you the different aspects of his potential, as he first works off ball to get open, then once receiving, he attacks right at Thompson, absorbs the contact while rising for the shot, and knocks down the shot +1 at the free throw line. Then when we come back the other way, you can see that Victor is guarding Wiggins out in the corner, but since he can cover so much space in a quick manner, he can play this middle area which allows him to lunge out at anything the offense does. So now when Klay up fakes before the jumper, it gives Wemby time to get out there and mop. The shot is going the other way, and now it's an easy slam at the other end. If you think the sequence is over, well, you're sadly mistaken, because not much longer after this, Wemby sits down, moving his feet like an elite defender, locks Wiggins up while blocking the jumper disrespectfully, and then proceeds to catch, wait for Klay, and then drill it from deep. Like, bruh, what the See, I ain't even gonna say it, but everyone knows exactly what I mean. This is truly some unicorn type stuff. Whether it's affecting the game on the offensive end or the defensive end, Wemby is a threat for every opposing team, as his basketball skill set is already ridiculous. Usually preseason is too early to come up with any solid predictions or just to be judging players, but when you see Wemby out there having his way on the court, how do you see this and not say, yup, this is one of the best players I've ever seen? At just 19 years old, Wemby is showing signs of being atop the NBA when it comes to the defensive side, as he can deter shots from anywhere on the floor and cover a ton of space within a couple steps. On this play, Wemby is guarding Josh Giddey in the paint, so with a quick turn, he's able to take the layup away. So then when it's kicked out and Isaiah Joe attacks, Wemby is able to time this and run right through it, to then handle the ball up the court and dime up a teammate who then misses the layup. Being able to turn defense into offense in such a quick manner is extremely valuable, and with this quick defensive instincts, Wemby's able to plant and turn quickly to take away this pass, and then with the same handle we mentioned before, he uses it to nutmeg the defender while en route to dime up a teammate who ends up getting sent to the line. When you have this absurd amount of length, you can cover ground so well while taking away many passing lanes, so once this pass gets picked off, the open floor is like an automatic bucket for Wemby when he fills the lane. Now when I say no man, I mean no man should be euroing right before the free throw line to go dunk it, but hey, I guess Wemby is that guy. In real time, his defensive presence can be lost, but when you slow it down, you can see that Wemby shifts down off his man on this pick and roll, taking away this pass to Bryant. So with Sohan covering the corner and knowing that Wemby can take away this pass to the top, Smith tries to step through to find another option, but it's just too late as Victor claws the ball away from him. It's truly crazy, but it gets even more ridiculous when you notice Wemby is outside the paint when the ball is passed to the block, and in a quickness, he's there stopping the layup attempt, so the ball gets dished off to Bryant, and just thinking he'll have an open slam, he goes up, but Wemby is far too good and sends this shot back to the ground. The ability to recover on the defensive end is remarkable, so even if he gets shifted out the way, he can stretch across the floor to still take away these shots in close. When you take that and you pair with his elastic arms and those freakishly long legs, it helps Wemby get from one spot to another with barely any effort, and then once he's in front of you, you might as well not even try, as he'll be able to block whatever move you go for. It truly don't matter where you're at on the floor. The threat of Wemby blocking your shot is always a factor, as he can first be taking away the roll option, and when it seems like he's too deep in the paint, well hey, the joke's on you, as he can use his 8-foot wingspan to still block the 3-pointer. If you weren't convinced that Wemby could be a special defensive player before, well you should definitely be convinced now. This tremendous amount of value comes from solely just the defensive side alone, so when you flip sides of the ball, you can really see just how much potential Wemby has. If you're asking me, ain't no way a big should be moving like this, just attacking the space. Wemby can get low, spin off a defender, and be extra acrobatic by wrapping around Chet to kiss this off the glass. Even when he's coming off ball, he can show off his agility with these sharp cuts to the rim, which catches Jabari way off guard, and then he punches it all over him from outside that restricted area. Like honestly, it don't even have to be him going to the rim to finish. Wemby can work well off these actions called for him to move off ball like a shooting guard to a spot on the floor, and once spacing up, he can pull up right over the defense with so much ease. Yeah, it's real alien-like. He shouldn't be able to pull out certain moves, so when you see him move on the court with the swiftness, it honestly leaves you shocked. Like, you tell me, when have you ever seen a guy start calling for the lob at the 3-point line, catch it in the middle of the paint, and then slam it home for the alley-oop connection? Please comment below if you've seen another 7'4" big do this, because it's certainly not a common thing to see. That absurd length just messes with defenders, making it hard to stop him, so when you don't think he's close enough to slam it home, well, you're gonna be left getting punched on viciously. This great touch inside leaks right onto his shooting as well, as you can see just how comfortable Wemby is coming off the handoff, sidestepping to gain more space, and bucketing the 3-ball on the move. It's already hard enough to be a good shooter in the league while you're set, but when you're pulling shots while still moving, this is when things are at a whole nother level. And trust me, when you watch Wemby, it's not just a basic move he uses. Coming off the screen, he is the switch defender with the in and out cross between the legs, and once he gets to that elbow area, Wemby gets into the step back and truly unbothered by the contest, he drops in the midi. This type of skill set is very far and few between, because not only will he create a look to pull up, but if needed, he can spin back fading once attracting the double, knocking down the bucket with much confidence. Like literally, there's no hesitation or passing up on shots he wants. If he has to go create the opportunity, or if he gets free by running off a screen, he can utilize either option to go score the ball. When you first look at him, you see a lot of defensive and offensive talent scoring wise, but when you watch the tape back, you'll notice he has a slight sprinkle of passing skills in there as well. When catching this entry pass, you can see Wemby has his eyes scanning the floor before fully controlling it, so once he notices the double coming his way, he pulls the ball high, hits Sohan on the cut, and it makes for 2 points inside. That vision and court awareness will be key for him going forward, and when you pair that with his ability to initiate the fast break himself, it shows you just how versatile his game really is. Now you tell me, do you think Wemby is a bona fide special talent already, or do you think people are overreacting? I know Summer League and preseason ultimately don't really mean a whole bunch, but when you see a 7'4", 19-year-old move on the court like this, it really has to make you think a little. I don't really know, maybe I'm a part of the overreacting crowd, but when analyzing Wemby, there's just so many things he can do on the court to affect the game that a lot of guys in the league right now simply can't do. Teams around the NBA will have major troubles containing him night in and night out, so I'm definitely interested to see how his first full season goes. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading over to watch this Jason Tatum analysis. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.